Hello, my name is Charlie Fletcher, and today I'm going to be talking to you how to use the law of sines to solve for the missing sides of a triangle. So, you can use the law of sines for any triangle with 2 or 3 angles and one side. So this means that if a triangle had 118 degrees on this angle, 22 degrees on this angle, and 24 for the measure of that line, then you could solve for it. So the law of sines is a proportion, so the measure of side A is equal or over the sine of angle A is equal to the measure of side B over the sine of angle B, which is also equal to the measure of side C over the sine of angle C. Now, to use this, we'll solve for this triangle. First of all, we can fill in for this missing side, or this missing angle, with using 180 is equal to all the angles of a triangle together. So if we subtract 118 and 22 from 180, then we get 40 degrees for this angle. Now, we want to label the triangle first, so we can label in any order we want. We label A, B, C for the angles. So we'll label this one A, this one B, and this one C. So there'll be capital letters for the angles, but it does matter where you label your sides. Your sides have to correspond with the angle. So B, directly across from it will be side B, C directly across from it will be side C, and A directly across from it will be side A. And these will be written now as lowercase letters. So, for a proportion to solve for A or B, side A or B, we can use 40 over the sine of this, 24 over the sine of 40 as for our C proportion, because we have both variables there. So we can go 24 over the sine of 40, which is C over the sine of C. That is equal to, let's solve for B first. So we can go B over directly across from it, which is the sine of this one, the sine of 22. So now for proportions, we want to cross multiply. So the sine of 40 times B is equal to the sine of 22 times 24. So now, to solve for sine, we go into our calculators and we'll type in 22 and then we'll press sine. And that'll get you the sine of 22. And then we can multiply that by 24. So when we get that answer, we get the sine of 40 times B equals 8.99. Now, after that, we want to continue on and we can divide both sides by the sine of 40 to get B alone. So when you go into your calculators, you can type in 8.99 or keep that in your calculator and then say divided by 40 and then press sine, and you'll get around 13.99. And so this is about the measure of angle B, so 13.99. Now after that, we want to solve for A, and that's the last missing part of our triangle. So this way, we can still use this proportion right here, because we wouldn't want to use 13.99 since that is not a whole number and it's been rounded. So we can use 24 over the sine of 40, which is C over the sine of C, equals, and we go A over the sine of angle A, which is 118. So we're solving for this A right now, and we go directly across, which is, so we want to cross multiply again, and we get sine of 40 times A equals the sine of 118 times 24. Now we want to multiply these together, so the sine of 40 times A equals, you type into your calculator 118, then press sine, and then you want to multiply that by 24, and you'll get around 21.19. And you don't have to round that just yet, just leave it in your calculator. Then we'll divide by sine of 40, those will cancel out and A will equal, so you divide by 40, press sign, and A will equal 32.97 around there. And then you'll put that in for this side of the triangle, and that'll be your A, and that's how you solve for the missing sides using the law of sines. And we can use the law of sines in the real world. For instance, this picture depicts a forest fire, a water tower, and a ranger's tower, and using the law of sines we can figure out how far away the water tower is from the ranger's tower and how far away the ranger's tower is from the fire. And it's very useful for any three objects that are in a triangular pattern and figuring out how far away they are from each other.